Imagine you're the CEO of a $20 billion retail company with millions of customers. You're woken up by a call at 3 a.m. and told by your head of IT that there's been a breach in your company's network. A massive breach. 10 million customer credit card numbers, security codes, and debit card PINs, all pulled from point-of-sale machines infected with malware. And the hackers can now make purchases and withdraw cash at will. Now you're facing a PR crisis, lawsuits, millions of angry and exposed customers. You probably thought you had the right security measures in place.
When the moment happens, when the call comes through, when the alarm goes off, those are bad moments.
They used to say, why do you rob banks? Because that's where the money is. But now cyberspace is where the money is.
In 2016 alone, over 4 billion data records were stolen globally. As more of our personal and professional lives move online, our vulnerability continues to grow.
It's not just the number of attacks, it's the opportunity for different varieties of attacks.
You have their social security numbers,
Corporate information.
health information.
They can mess with your home thermostats, your lights, break into hospital systems, and even take out power grids.
Why is this all happening now? Depends who you ask, but there are 3 main reasons to point to. The first is human vulnerability.
In most of the attacks that we've been hearing about in the media, human error is playing some role. From really bad passwords to people falling for phishing attacks. Most people say, I don't work for the IT department. My job isn't security. My job is to run this great company, but they make the company vulnerable.
And this brings us to reason 2, deprioritize security.
IT people, they're not valued enough. We always fix things. We always get things working, so you're okay, we can lower your budget. What's the big deal? But that's not true.
We trust others to build our homes because we know that as individuals, it's too complex and too difficult to do it on our own. It's the same way in information technology and especially in security.
And reason 3, the ever-increasing sophistication of attacks.
Sometimes hackers will pretend to be a CEO or a technician that needs access to something, but many of them are overseas in other countries, and this is their business.
It becomes really an arms race. Attack is created, countermeasure is created, attack is adjusted to counteract the countermeasure.
All of this has given rise to a devastating combination of vulnerability and risk.
Statistics show that about 75% of small companies that experience a cyber incident disappear within 2 years.
So let's get back to where we started. You're the head of a major retail company with a massive breach on your hands. How could you have prevented this?
The worst time to start your planning is after an incident happens. Do the fundamentals, keep track of your assets, keep track of your applications, update your systems. If you don't do those things, you will be hacked, you will lose information, you will lose assets.
Companies have to educate their employees. It's really important to think about the human side of the policies.
Businesses really need to embrace getting a good partner or multiple partners in the security space. They're not going to be able to do it on their own. IT has become more sophisticated. There is no way any one person or even a small team of people can keep up with the threats and what needs to happen to protect against it.